Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of Absolute Batman Volume 2. Man, this was definitely a gnarly one. I really enjoyed it. We see Batman attempting to figure out what Arc M is and getting tussled up with Bane. We get Freeze in here as well, and Killer Croc, what's kind of going on, and it's just really fucking gnarly what happens in here through like Batman's evolution as well as the evolution of his friends. So this collects 7 through 14, and we start off with Freeze. We get this whole thing with this one friend of theirs, Matches. He kind of was going in and trying to help out and get some more information on Arc M. And Bruce is going around with his cast. He's actually got, like, bat shit in it, too, to, like, protect himself and everything. But we see that while he's giving him some information, shit goes wrong and Matches dies. He was the last kid that was saved by Bruce's father. And we see that the rest of the Crime Alley gang are popping up and are talking about what's kind of going on, figuring out what killed him and all that. And of course Wayland confronting Bruce about Batman and how he's attempting to pretty much do a suicide mission and fighting him for that. We see that there's a curfew and everything after the Black Mask incidents and everything like that, and Batman's having a harder time trying to kind of like go around, figuring out that he needs to kind of get in to Freeze's place to figure out what's happening. Of course, Alfred being like, "You being stupid motherfucker, you need to rest." Let's see. And then, of course, we see throughout this as well, his friends asking, "Oh, was this all for Batman? Like, clerked with him, trained with him, slummed with him, and studied with me? Funny, Bruce, it looks like you did keep us all apart when it comes to Batman. Enough. Look at what happened to Matches. We all know why Matches was the way he was." Wayland's right, Ozzy. It's time to deal with this. Lay all the cards on the table. No, it's time for you to get out of my way so I can get back to work. So he pretty much goes in like a tech and sees all these kind of frozen things, and Freeze is like, "Oh yeah, this is kind of cool stuff, man." Giving him information because we saw in the beginning Victor Jr. having some issues. It's like, why are they fucking frozen here? What is the mission? Talking about how the ice is cool and pure and keeping good things in check or whatnot, and that he was revived from it, and it's just like, okay. Guess it did save you. Yes, still. They told me it wouldn't hurt. When I woke up, the world would be a better place. But the ice, it's not what they thought. Not at all. Ancient microorganisms preserved. Maybe the question isn't where the bacterium that killed Matches came from, but when. I felt everything, every moment. The pain, my God. Ice grinds and twists. The ice isn't grace, it is fury, it is reckoning. He did this. The ice burst monsters, Mr. Pennyworth. Just like me, as we see that he changes into this weird fucking crazy ass thing, which is gnarlier than any kind of Mr. Freeze we've seen before. Now to the land of ice we go, as we see that he pretty much tries to freeze Bruce as we're still kind of dealing with the whole kind of Matches stuff going on. It's like, God damn! What? Hoping that he got some sleep and everything as he pretty much tries to freeze him, and Wayland pretty much like getting into a fight with Bruce about everything that's kind of going on, calling him a coward and all that, and pretty much bringing up the whole suicide mission and how Bruce is dealing with the freeze and be like, this is not good. Of course, Matches feeling very bad about Bruce's father saving him, and then of course him dying, and that they would do this whole kind of Matches thing and he would always do the dare because it just ate him up. Definitely understanding that. But Bruce is able to blast his way out, and evidently they had put markers in the snow for genetic profiles for more kind of people that they can utilize at Arkham. And we get this badass thing of Batman busting in and Freeze being like, "What the fuck, Batman? Ha! What are you doing here? I heard you like pain." Pretty much getting his flame gauntlets out. It's like, ooh, let's see how this goes. And it's just, the art's great because of how fucking elongated and kind of just like stretchy Freeze is. They really kind of get into that as he's like crawling around and everything. It's like, shit. So try and weaken him. He's strong too. Ice woven in the muscle tissue, petrified, fibrous. You, though, you're still trying to hide the shivering. So weaken him, Batman. Go for the nerve bundles, utilizing his cape and everything. But of course, Freeze bashing him into a wall. It's like, shit. And then, of course, Freeze unfreezes some of his other ones to kind of go at him. So we're like, okay, Matches died of an ancient bacterium. This is not good. And, of course, he then just starts punching people. But, of course, they're getting, like, fucked up completely. And Waylon is doing a nice thing of, like, bringing up with... like his dad, because your dad, he didn't want to die, and it wasn't his death that made him a hero. You hear me? It was his life. That's the hard part, man. Getting through, not letting it crush you. But that's what we do here in Crime Alley. We're survivors. Ain't that the truth? So Batman needs to be one too, understand? And of course, him getting then swarmed by the unfrozen assholes. And of course, him saying that he doesn't want him to die, doesn't want Batman to die, then live. And we see Batman blasting out, which is actually pretty cool there. Blasting down and getting out. It's Croc's phone, you know the drill, Huff. Waylon, listen, there's something in the snow. Something bad. Call the others. I'll fill you in, but Way, you were right. And I just wanted to say thank you. And then we, of course, see that Waylon is then kidnapped. It's like, oh shit, he's the perfect specimen. Take him to Arkham. Then we get to neutral territory of Elgab Bayala. And we see these two guys pretty much trying to bury the hatchet for this kind of war. But then we see this dude go, hello. It's like, oh, Jesus. Forgive me for interrupting, gentlemen. I meant I was genuinely elated when I heard whispers about these peace talks. Which is why I was so crushed to hear about their breakdown. When one of you betrayed the other in this very room, killing him and plunging your countries back to war. Which one of you was it again? You think you can threaten us? Omar just lost his sons. This is bigger than... I'll do it. What? What are you... Ooh. And the dude just betrayed him, and Bane just fucking crushes the dude's skull. It's like, pops his... Not crushes his skull. Fucking pops his head. It's like, sweet Jesus. This is a very effective introduction for Bane, because Bane has the physicality and the brains. And this amplifies it, because we see that Bane's whole kind of thing here is that he doesn't necessarily like what he does. He wants out and wants peace, and that is what kind of builds the whole kind of crux of what goes on with his fight with Absolute Batman. So he sees him talking with this dude. Of course, he has to take this, and of course, Joker wants him to go and deal with the Bat. Gotham City, I'm on my way. That's fucking gnarly as shit. I mean, that's Akira level fuckery. And of course, we see that Batman is on warpath to pretty much try and find Waylon. And it's funny, him dealing with Barbara Gordon, her having like his helmet be like, who took him? And then of course, he's able to get the Arkham thing, and Batman's talking with the rest of his friends. And also Alfred to see what's kind of going on here. These arcs, as far as we know, there are 12 others around the world. Functionally, they're black sites, but there are rumors of very bad things happening in them. Abominable things. Freeze said something about that snowfall preparing the cities, marking people somehow. Whatever is happening in that place, we need to get Way out. How the fuck is all this happening so fast? The groundwork for Arkham was only laid months ago. And of course, going in and kind of seeing stuff about Isley and, of course, Freeze. Let me see. Was it before this? Researchers. Yes. Langstrom, Isley, Strange, Freeze. Of course, Batman's Rogues Galleries. Man-Bat, Ivy, Hugo Strange. Let's see how this goes. And of course, this is pissing Batman off like ain't nobody's business. It's like, hey man, I was just saying it's fucking crazy. I wasn't saying we shouldn't do it. It's like, interesting there. Cobblepot? Of course, bringing off that the city's now got private law enforcement into the effect. So we see Martha and Jim trying to figure out what that entails and what they're going to do, and that she's going to run for mayor. Then we see kind of a flashback of Bruce and Selena getting it on a thing of money, as Waylon wants him to train him to fight in this whole kind of thing. And that's the thing. He needs to have somebody in his corner to help him out with that, even if they don't think they can do it. So Bruce pretty much tries to see what's going on and sees everything going completely and utterly like, that's fucking freaky. Of course, Alfred's like, he has to learn what's kind of going on. You don't see, you crossed over, that this one isn't a war anymore, but the war. The one behind the others, the one with no rules, the one that never ends, ancient as stone and fresh as baby's blood. You should have talked to him because you remember exactly what it feels like the first time when you finally see it, when you suddenly understand what you're up against. And of course, that's when we get to Bane pretty much getting into him and like, he's like, hello, go on, it's okay, as he tries to fight him, and it's just not going his way. Mortai, and he just fucking decimates Batman, taking him down. And he's like, I really like the paneling because it's done in such a way, like, it's still the kind of block kind of way that it's done, but how it kind of moves between the panels, the movement is really kind of interesting. Is that all you got? I only need one leg to kick your ass, you juiced up, friend. I haven't even used this stuff yet. But if you want to see what it does, and then we see it, and that's just fucked up as like, what are you? Call me Bane. Welcome to your new home. Now, let's get you prepared for surgery. And as he's grabbing him, and it's like, oh shit. Then we get the gnarliest ones as we see Bruce captured in Arkham and trying to escape and everything and figure out what's kind of going on. Martha is fucking crazed of what's happening. We see him kind of escape. First couple attempts, which aren't really that gnarly, but we see kind of, let's see, transmutation and plastic. Of course, the clay biome, Clayface. But then we see that he gets grabbed by these other kind of things. It's like, hurts so bad. It's like this giant mass of people. It's like, holy fucking shit. Of course, Bane's like, keep trying, please. As we then see the interspersed of him training others. And then we see, this was the gnarliest fucking bit, where he, like, uses his teeth as, like, fucking knuckles and attacks with raw stomach acid. Like, he wasn't eating, so they fucking did a feeding tube, and he weaponizes his own stomach acid. That's fucked up, man. And made gunpowder. It's like, holy fucking shit. As he's like, okay, I know this is serious, but that's just a funny looking one there of him, like, running. It's like, holy shit. He's trying to get out, but of course he then gets captured and other stuff. Out, the green wants out. Of course, that's linked up with Pamela Isley. He's almost fucking killed. But of course, Bane gets him. So close. Don't give up, please. As they also do some interesting other stuff, which, of course, gets the venom in him, kind of prepping him to be kind of Bane. Of course, we also see back for that Selena's trying to get out of there, but Bruce, she's trying to tell Bruce not to encourage Waylon, but sometimes you gotta be truthful to your friend, but be like, listen, you're probably not gonna win this, but go fuck that motherfucker up. And of course, they taunt him with the bat suit, but then he kind of busts out and is like, alright. As he's like beset by more people in there. Of course, still getting cracked on and cracked on. However, he kind of fucks up. he's doing this whole kind of thing. Forgive my crude translation, but there's a saying I find useful. It's not the strongest or most intelligent of us who survived this war called life, but instead the most adapted to check. As we then see Killer Croc bop out, and it's like, oh fuck, you okay there, man? Oh no, he fell right on them. I think we need to go now. Come on before he... And then of course Killer Croc starts eating people. It's like, oh fucking shit. Waylon? And of course he looks away. It's me, Bruce. And Killer Croc looks completely and utterly gnarly, grabbing him, and it's like, oh shit. Of course, you're Waylon Croc Jones. Now let's get the fuck back into the ring. And they start like bucking out. It's like, he kind of fucked up. Heh, I was saying, it's not the strongest or most intelligent of us who survived this war called life, but the most adapted to change. That Xenophon, Corinth, Athens, circa 400 BC. Time for you to change, little man. Shove it up your ass. That's Batman circa now. Screech! As I kind of buck out. Subject 27 continues to exceed expectations, just as the Prime and I predicted. He and Mutation 523 are fleeing to the sewers. End Doctor's log. Excited for the final phase? Very excited, Dr. Arkham, because now I truly get to break him. It's like, oh shit, what the fuck? Then we pretty much get the backstory of Bane. How his father was a revolutionary, and we get Joker kind of looking on us like, okie dokie. They took the capital, held it for 3 days. The moment is here, says the father, but on the 4th day, foreign troops are sent in and the rebellion is crushed. And of course, they then get sent to this kind of prison, and they're able to kind of buck their way out. Though it takes a while, and the father dies. Well, not yet. Wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. Because Joker pretty much gives him this kind of offer. From across the beach, the boy's father watches as his son talks with this strange man. Maybe it's his grin, the way he jokes with the boy but never laughs. The women with him, too. The father could swear he sees things moving in their bellies. The father is just about to intervene when the boy abruptly ends the conversation. Whatever the man was offering, it's over. And with that, the man in white smiles, tips his hat, and leaves. A powerful sense of relief washes over the father as the man's helicopter flies away, a shadow lifting. The father takes a deep breath. In this moment, he wants only to hug his son. He has never felt a love so deep, and so he does, and the boy hugs him back. Can you see it, father? Says the boy. Your dream of peace? I see it, says the father. I see it in you. As he then kills him. This is where our records of him start. A diplomat's plane explodes over Yangzhou. A journalist is slain in Dubai, and he just keeps going through. Of course, getting the whole kind of surgery for the venom and everything. Of course, trying to get to him. He wants out of this. He wants peace for himself and his country. This is what he thinks of and what he needs to do. Going after Batman. Just like the plans he drew up when he was that boy back at Santa Prisca. A plan based on your knowledge of this place. Because this is your home, Gotham, as the island was his, so fight him. That's it. Let him get in the first hit. As he starts getting, like, blasted. And we see him chopping off and pretty much destroying Batman, taking off his arms and shit and smashing his face in. Making this, like, Bane-ified Batman. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? That's why he instead didn't go to your door, but theirs. Going after Harvey, Nigma, and Cobblepot. Then he pretty much talks to Waylon, being like, you saved me. And it's like, now you save me. I will, I swear, I'll find a cure. I know. The hunger, Bruce. It hurts too much. Please, save me. Way. Do it. Pretty much asking him to kill him, and he's like, I can't. Then I will. What? No! As he's getting ready to do it. I said no! And he roars at him. I should have left you in that place. Wait! We can beat this way. Waylon! And it's See, I don't blame him for that, because even though he was hitting at Bruce for pretty much being suicidal as Batman, once something like that happens to you and shakes your core and changes your foundation, he just wants it to end. He doesn't want to hurt anybody else. And Bruce is like, we can fix this, as he's trying to help. This, of course, still kind of going back to a little bit of Selina's kind of stuff. Being like, same way we got this spot. If the rules aren't fair, stop playing by them. Yeah. We do see that Alfred kind of helps him, bringing up the whole thing with the Venom. You're changed now. You understand it. You're in it. You understand? I get it. Now I'm going to need you to move. As he's trying to kind of figure out, he sees his mom. She's pissed off at him and slaps him, but like, Mom, I'm so sorry I stopped. Just let me hold you for a while. I was so scared of getting that phone call again. Every time it rang, and then with what happened to Ozzy, and hold on, Ozzy? And then we see what Bane did. Not just tried to break Bruce, but break his friends as well. Pretty much turning them into their counterparts that we've seen. But we won't know if they're complete villain rogues, or if we'll see some kind of more kind of allyship with them. Because we kind of get that with Killer Croc. What he did to fucking Cobblepot is just like, oh god. See? Figuring out what happened to Harvey. Let's see. It's bad, Bruce. 3rd to 4th degree burns across the left side of his body. Straight 50%. But worse, they crushed his skull, cracked it down the center. When the police found him, his head was basically lying in 2 separate parts. Like, shit. And it's like, whoa, fuck, man. Where you pretend to, where you can be both forever. Outlaw and lawman, friend and enemy, a microcosm, gambling, for plastic coins, all pretend. But the time for pretending is over. I heard he's retired somewhere. Flass. Metropolis, Gateway City, I should lock him up. I'm so sorry, Harvey. This is all my fault. Yes. Yes, it is. You gambled for real, Bruce. Put it all out there. Your friends, the city, everything. All the chips. Now get out of here. If it's any consolation, though, I only hate you half the time. And then seeing what was kind of done to Nigma's like, holy shit. Eddie, are you alright? I'm fine, Bruce. Just working over here. Thank God. I thought maybe he hurt you too. No, he didn't hurt me. In fact, he was very gentlemanly. He challenged me to a friendly battle of wits. Yeah. Said if I won, he'd let me kill him. He even handed me his gun. Can you believe it, Eddie? I'll bet you like riddles, he said. What did you do? It only took him a minute to beat me, and before I knew it, he was shaking my head, slamming the front of my brain into my skull. The frontal lobe, the part responsible for intelligence, bang. It was wild, Bruce. Like, bang, and suddenly facts became questions. Bang, questions everywhere. So no, Bruce, he didn't hurt me at all. He helped me. He was challenging me. Maybe he was challenging all of us. To become what we're meant to be. Eddie, we need to get you to a hospital. Oh, looks like he challenged you too, Bruce. So riddle me this. What are you going to do about it? As we see his head and eyes and shit. It's just like, what the fuck is going on with this Riddler? Ugh. And then a little bit more of him dealing with like Waylon and them being like, listen, just let him go down at some kind of round and we'll be alright. It's like, nope, fuck that shit. Of course, Bruce talking to Pennyworth and being pissed the fuck off of what Bane did. You chose this, Bruce. I told you. You're in it now. Everything has changed, and there's no going back. There's only through. So get ready, because it's only going to get... Someone's breached the hatch. He's here. Bane. Alright. Loves war so much. Let's bloody give it to him. That's kind of crazy there. Fuck, man. But the thing is, it's not Bane. Well, hello to you too, Bruce, as we see. It's a Catwoman. It's like, ooh. Okay, and what's going on here? Them being lovey-dovey a little bit. Of course, Bruce tried to be like, leave, Selina. But of course, they then bang it out, and it's like, What did they do to you? Is that really what you want to talk about now? Say? Nope. As they just do their kind of stuff. It's like, it looks a lot like the gear Black Mask uses. Is that really what you want to talk about, Bruce? No. You want to go on a date? As they're pretty much like, kisses like, alright, let's see how this kind of goes. As they go to pretty much get more with the Red Hood. It's like, okay, let's see how this works out. There's like a rocket launcher kind of involved, but he then starts kind of venoming out a little bit. It's like, shit, fuck. That was... telling them to stand down, bringing out the whole thing about Bane, but they didn't break me, and now I'm going to destroy him. And not just him, his bosses, Arc M, I'm going to burn it all to the fucking ground, but I need your help. You're the Abomination, man. Get him. Hold it. I was never sure about you. I'm still not sure. I'm still not. But if you're talking about burning down Arc M, now you're speaking my fucking language. Name's Harley Quinn, leader of the Red Hood. So what's the plan? It's like, okay, this is interesting. As we see Bane getting a little bit more kind of work to kind of get him on there. Of course, Bane being like, he'll have his new Bane, and I can get to go home. It's like, alright. Forgive me for asking, but you really believe he'll let you go? He has to. I've given him everything. Any moment now, Batman will give in, and my work will be over. It's like, dude, you don't get it. Of course, Batman then hijacks some shit and pretty much challenges Bane to, like, a fight. I'm talking about you, Bane. The little fuck I know, you little shit. I know you're listening. Tomorrow midnight, the old Veterans Arena. You and me alone. You win, I'll go back to Arkham and become whatever you want. But you won't win. And you, people of Gotham, you get to watch. And just in case any of you are wondering who I am, I'm Batman. And, of course, Bruce and Wayland have the tussed up with the whole thing kind of going on there. They then start kind of planning their stuff out for how they're going to deal with Bane. It's like, okay, what's kind of going on here? Him trying to get some meat out there and kind of seeing if Wayland will help him. Of course, we see the whole thing there. It's like, okay. Seeing him deal with what Bane has done to his friends, he's like, no, this isn't right. Of course, maybe hitting more on kind of Batman and what's kind of going on. And then Bane kind of moving and doing it fair enough. Because with the recent enhancements, there's no comparison. But Bane, after this fight, your system will need a long rest. The heart's only true nurse. All I want is rest, Dr. Arkham. One more fight. One more, and I'll have it. Of course, we then see the Red Hood lighting him up and getting him ready for what they've got. And it's kind of echoing the fight that Wayland had before, that Bruce helped to support him. And then we see Bane getting kind of fucked up, but then utilizing more of his stuff kind of going on. We see the fucking Batmobile cracking out to kind of like rip his shit. It's like, oh, fuck. But of course, seeing he's more healed, he's got a bigger kind of size, he's a genius at violence. Him just kind of going at it and trying to get at the kind of system that's in there. Because we were wondering if Bruce was going to utilize the Venom. Release the Green Machine as we see Croc blopping out and just fucking ripping into Bane. It's like, you're hungry? You could just eat on his flesh for a while. Hitting on him for not doing any kind of quotes that he's got. Now get back in there and save that alligator, crocodile. Because Bane's getting ready to, like, rip his jaws apart. It's like, fuck, fuck, fuck. Let's see here. And it's, like, really close because we see it echoing with Bruce coming to help Wayland in the one fight and then coming here and then just ripping Bane down the back, which is fucking the art, man. Shit, that big ass motherfucker, his shit fucked up. It's alright, Wade, go. And thank you, I've got this. I severed your spine at the thoracic, which means you can't use your legs anymore. But that's okay. You still have your arms. Oh man, now you can't use your arms either. But hey, you can still bite me. And no, we're not that different, Bane. We both lost fathers. The difference is I didn't break my father's back. Or his heart. Urgh. As things start going even gnarlier, as he's like, oh god. Oh god. As Batman gets punched. You're nothing. As he's getting almost ready to be like fucking pounded into nothing. Pretty much egging him on to utilize the venom. And he's like, alright, you win. You want me to use the venom? I'll use it. Catwoman? Take the shot. You got it, baby. And she pretty much goes in and tanks the shit that they've pretty much exposed to fuck his shit. Wait, stop! No. And then hitting him once more with the battle axe, and it's just like fucked up. That is just fucking Akira level. Fucking shit. As we see that Eddie helped remove the venom from Bruce's system. It's like, yep, I got this now. And of course, we then see that Harvey and Oz see them kicking them into the bay. It's like, holy fucking shit, he's just gooped. Of course, we see that Selina then has the venom. It's like, okay, what is she going to do with that? Especially since she's getting her own series. Let's see here. Yes, and then we get to the end. As Bane isn't dead. He's just a floating brain at this moment. Your cells, they're just such a marvel. But I'm here because someone else wants to talk to you. Here. Bane, I just wanted to put your mind at ease. This whole incident I see as a minor setback. Now, look. I know you were hoping to retire, cede the role, but my sincere belief is that you wouldn't, that wouldn't make you happy. Not really. Lying around Santa Prisca with the family, come on. You love it too much, this war. So, as your friend, I'd like to help. What was the name of your father's rebel group again? Celos Libris? What a beautiful name. Free skies. See, that's how I want you to feel from now on, so you can focus on what you really love. Unburdened, liberated, free. As we see that the Joker has destroyed his home as Bane watches on. He never was going to let that happen. And I really like that you can still kind of delineate in this with where the issues are. I've gotten into some other kind of tradebacks where it's like, okay, I don't know where the issues stop, because sometimes I use those as places where I like, okay, I read through one issue, get through another. This was just insane. Like, I haven't read much of the stuff of Bane, but I know how important he is in the main continuity Batman. And this Bane is very intelligent, knows what he's doing, but Batman was able to beat him with, yes, the power of friendship, working together and taking motherfuckers out, and just getting him into a position to stop him. And Bane naively thought that the Joker, utilizing him as a potent weapon for his interests, would ever let him go. With everything that he was able to achieve with his brain and the venom, Joker would never do that. I mean, if this kind of relationship was kind of going on in the main universe, he wouldn't give that up. But in this absolute one, you don't have a shot. Bruce is really fucked up, and it's interesting to see his friends group pretty much being changed into his rogues gallery. However, I don't think it's going to go to the complete extreme of them being complete rogues. I do think there will be dust-ups and shit that kind of goes on between them. I mean, because they've become the way they are because of Batman. However, they do know that Bruce cares about them unless Bruce loses himself as Batman. So, very interesting. I mean, the gnarliest stuff of like Bruce weaponizing his stomach acid to escape from Arkham was like, what the fuck? And still, that wasn't even the successful escape attempt. He had to, of course, get help from Wayland to help him. It's funny, I'd be more on Wayland, and I don't really see Wayland as a villain. He has been wronged by Arkham and Joker and Bane, and I hope that he gets to a point where he can become a hero and help Batman and also help himself. to become a better kind of position rather than thinking that he needs to die because of the hunger and being afraid of what that hunger will do. And Riddler's like freaked up with the brain kind of stuff, which I'm like, he has to watch out for Brainiac, because that looks like something that would be like gnarly to kind of do if that kind of shit goes on. So I would definitely recommend this for people that are liking the way Absolute Batman's going, which you probably already are, but if you're going in it in the trade back like I am. But it is not for those who are squeamish. Bane is gnarly, and what he does to the other characters in the art is just holy fucked up. And I wasn't expecting a cure level. It's like, okay, how do you amp up Bane? Because he's already fucking like boofed. And then it's like, okay, big, beefy motherfucker. Killer Croc being beefed up makes more sense now because you kind of need to deal with that motherfucker. So, those are my opinions on the volume. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like it, also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.